Hello students, today we'll discuss multiplexer and demultiplexer. The multiplexer and demultiplexer is part of your subject, that is computer organization. In this subject, we will see the introduction of multiplexer as well as 4 to 1 multiplexer. It is the one type of multiplexer, and we also discuss about the demultiplexer and 1 to 4 demultiplexer. So let's go to the topic multiplexer. So multiplexer is also known as data selector. So why it is called data selector, I will discuss later on. So multiplexer usually takes together n input signals to a single output signal, or it convert to single output signal. Okay, so this is the block diagram of multiplexer. So from this block diagram, it have together n input lines. Okay, and all input lines are converted to a single output lines, and this block diagram also have n number of select lines, and this select lines is responsible that to convert the together n input lines to a single output lines. Okay, so if you have suppose say here the n value will be 1, it it can be 2, the value can be 3, so like that. If we have 1, if the n value is 1, so together n equals to 1, so which is equals to 2. Okay, so it can be 2 to 1 multiplexer. Okay, 2 to 1 multiplexer. Similarly, if n value equals to 2, so 2 to the 2 equals to 4, so it can be 4 to 1 multiplexer. If n value is 3, okay, 2 to the 3 equals to 8, so it can be 8 to 1 multiplexer. So the multiplexer is act like a digitally controlled multi-position switch. Okay, digitally controlled multiplexing switch, where the digital code applied to the select input to determine that which input line is switched to the output line. As I said, this select line plays a very important role to convert that to the n input lines to a single output lines. That means this line will decide that which input line is available at the output side. Okay, so say suppose let's consider about 2 to 1 mux. So here the short form of multiplexer is called mux. So from this diagram, this block diagram, we have two input lines and one select line and one output line. Okay, and why it is two input line? As I said, here to the n, whatever value will become, that is the input line, and n is the number of select line. Here n equals to 1, this one value, so to the 1 equals to 2, that means first one is I0 and the second one is I1 as its input line. Okay, and let's consider the select line is S and the output of is called function f of x. Okay, that means this multiplexer will function something with a combination of both input lines and select line. Okay, so we have to think about the functional table of 2 to 1 mux, or the excitation table of 2 to 1 mux. So from this excitation table, as this S is the data line or select line and it is a single line, so it can take either 0 or 1. Okay, S can be 0 or S can be 1. But this system, this multiplexer receives two input value I0 and I1. So let's consider when S equals to 0, I0 is available at the output side. Okay, and when S equals to 1, I1 will be available at the this output side. Okay, so that means both the combination of input signal and the select signal, it will produce the output side. That means it will decide the f of x. For this line, for s equals to 0, the f of x value will be I0, okay, I0 s naught. And for this case, it is I1 and s. Okay, so we are getting two functions for the value of s equals to 0 and for the value of s equals to 1, but in multiplexer it will produce a single output line. So we have to do the OR operation of these two equation or two functions. So final f of x equals to this, f of x equals to, okay, f of x equals to I0, we have to do the OR operation, okay, that means addition, I0 s naught plus I1 s. So why we decide that s is not and here s equals to not a complement value? Because when 0 is there, it is basically denoted the not operation. Okay, when s equals to 1, it represent the non-complement values. Okay, so this is the final f of x. Okay, the final f of x. That means the f of x can be determined that by just the combination of s0 and s, which is the input to this 2 to 1 mux, and from this f of x we can make a digital circuit which function like 2 to 1 mux. That means that digital circuit receive two input value and produce a single output value. Okay, okay, let's see 4 to 1 mux. In 4 to 1 mux we should have 4 input lines and 1 output lines, and the select line should be 2 as per the rule, that is 2 to the n, where n is the number of select line and 2 to the n is the number of input line. Okay, so this is the block diagram for 4 to 1 mux. So we can consider that this is I0, this input line, and this out input line is I1, this input line is I2, okay, this input line is I3. Clear? And the select line is S0 and S1, and this 4 to 1 mux also produce a single output line, that is f of x. Okay, it produce single output line, that is called f of x. So again I want to repeat that this select line will decide that which input is available in the f of x, or which input should be active at the f of x. Okay, so as it is a two input line, so the possible combinations, input combination will be 4. Okay, in few classes we many times discuss that when the input lines is 2, the possible combination is 4, because the rule of 2 to the n again, where n is the number of input line. So here my input line is 2, so 2 to the 2 equals to 4, so my possible combination will be 4. What are the possible combination? The possible combination 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1. So let's see what is the functional table of this 4 to 1 mux, and how we can determine the function f of x function. Okay, so this functional table, we have 4 input lines, 4 input sequence, that is 0 0, okay, and 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, it have 4 input lines. So see, as well as we have 4 input lines are I0, I1, I2 and I3. When S equals to 0 and S1 equals to 0, so let's active this I0. The function will be I0 S0 naught and S1 not. Why this is? Because the part of this function can be derived the combination of input lines as well as select lines. Okay, so see, this is the part of this final function. It is not the function f of x, it is the part of this f of x, and this can be derived by the by the operation of select line as well as input line. Similarly, when s0 of s of 0 equals to 0 and s of 1 equals to 1, so let's say this I1 is in active state. Okay, so here I1 s0 should be not, because I said that 0 represent the not and 1 represent the non-complement values, that is s1. And for this sequence, let's say I2 is inactive, I2, that is s0 and s1 not. Okay, and for this combination I have I3 is my input value and s0 and s1. See, again I would like to repeat here. So these are the part of this f of x, and the part of this f of x can be derived by the combination of select lines as well as input lines. Don't get confused. Okay, so we have four functions, this one function and this is the function, this is the function, and we have to combine the all functions so that we make it a single one, so that it will fulfill the output line, single output line. Okay, so my final f of x will be the addition of this all. Okay, or we have to do the or operation. So when we get this final f of x, whatever the function will come, and we have to design this logic circuit according to the for the function. Okay, let's see. So this is the logic diagram of the circuit diagram for this 4 to 1 MOX. Okay, so we have s0, s1 and s0, right, as a select line, and we have four different input lines, I0, I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so just say let us consider as this is the first AND gate, this is the second AND gate, this is the third AND gate, this is the fourth AND gate, and we know the property of AND gate and the function characteristic features of AND gate. The minimum input of AND gate is 2. We can add more input lines into the AND gate, and the AND operation is that the dot operation. Okay, so for this s0, I0, s0 not, s1 not, so this is my input line s0, and this is s0 not and I0 not. So see, these are the NOT gate. Okay, don't get confused, it is the bubble here, it is a small bubble so not visible. Okay, it's the bubble here. Okay, so this produce I0, s0 not and s1 not. The similar way, all this part of the function is available at the output side of AND operation or AND gate, and when we'll get the individual functions, then we have to combine it through this OR gate, and we'll get the final result y, that is f of x. Okay, so see, here we are supply four input values. Okay, four input values, and the four input values is converted to a single output line. So see, the multiplexer is called data selector, because suppose we have n number of data coming from a device, and if there is a MOX, okay, the data selector device or MOX is there. So among these n number of input lines, any one can be supplied to the other input lines. Suppose for example say, suppose we have, this is one computer, this is the another computer. So similarly, four computers are connected to this device, okay, and four computers can send the data to this device, and this device send the data to other device through a single channel. In that case we can use the multiplexer, okay. So here we discuss this 4 to 1 mux. You can develop 8 to 1 mux, 16 to 1 mux, 32 bit 32 to 1 mux, because here n value can be increased like 1 2 3 4 like that, okay. Okay, let's see demultiplexer. So demultiplexer is the opposite of multiplexer. It means that in multiplexer we saw that we have to do the n input lines, and that is converted to a single input output lines. But in case of demultiplexer, we have a single input lines and it is converted into the n multiple lines, okay. So in demultiplexer basically we have two one input signals, or the demultiplexer receives only one input signals, and it is converted to the n output signals, okay. One input signal to the n signals, okay. So this is the block diagram for demultiplexer. So in block diagram, see this is the input line, one input line, and this input line converted into to the n input line. So such type of demultiplexer is called 1 is to the n demultiplexer. In short, it is called DMUX, okay. And this multiplexer also having another separate lines apart from this input line. These are called the control lines. So here is the small variation is that in case of multiplexer, we there is a select lines, okay. Select lines is used to select any one of the input line, and that input line is available at the output side, okay. But in case of demultiplexer, instead of select line, the demultiplexer use the control line. That means it will control that, and the input is provided any one of the uh, output side, right. Suppose say we have a uh, we have a signal, okay. That signal can send any one of the computer. Suppose that signal is connected with three computers, okay. So and all three computers having the power to receive the signals. Suppose the signals generate some, that device generates a signal, and that signal is passing to computer number one, that signal can pass to computer number two, that signal can pass to computer number three, like that, okay. For example, say we have a printer, and a single printer can connect it to more than one computers, okay. So the printing process, or the whatever the data transfer between the printer and computer, that can be possible by one to one connection. So any one of the computer can connect with the printer, okay. So this can be the example, real-time example we'll see in this session, okay. So in demultiplexer uses the control line to scatter, okay, a single input line to multiple output lines, right. So instead of select lines, this demultiplexer uses control lines. So here again n values can be 1 2 3 4 like that. So to the n equals to whatever there, that is the output line. So let's discuss about 1 to 2, 1 is to 2 demux. So 1 is to 2 demux here, one input line, two output line, and one select line. So this is the block diagram for this 1 is to 2 demux. So in this case we have only one input line, say that is the one control line. So instead of writing C, I'm writing S, okay. And we have two output line, say it is D0 and D1. You can take any value, A, B, like that. Any value can be taken as, it's just a variable, okay. So this is called 1 to 2 demux. 1 to 2 demux. That means one value insert into this demux device, and it will produce two output lines, okay. Again this control line is responsible that to or to convert this, or to just send this input signal to any one of these output signal. It may be sent to D0 or it may be sent to D1. Okay, let's see the functional table or excitation table for this DMUX. So this is the functional table of DMUX. Here a data line or control line is a single, so it can have two values, either 0 or 1. An input line is 1, that is I is constant. So when s equals to 0, this input line is available at D0 channel or line, output line. When s equals to 1, this I is available at the D1 line. Okay, so again this is the combination, right? These two are the combinations. So the function should be, this one. So for this case, I s naught and I s. Okay, see, we are not going to combine the all output lines, because all output lines are individual output lines. So here two to the output lines. So sorry, it is written as input lines, it is an output line. Okay, small mistake is my side, I'm sorry. It's the output line, two to the n output lines. Okay, so here that is my I. So I'm not going to combine these two functions. The functions should be individual. Okay, so this is one function, this is another function, this is the another function, this is the another function, like that. Okay, so let's see, that is 1 to 4 DMUX. Okay, in case of 4 is to 1 1 is to 4 DMUX, it must have one input line and 4 output line. Okay, again the n value is 2 here, that is the control line, remember it, DMUX use the control line. So this is the block diagram for the DMUX. Okay, so this is input, say it is I, and just take it as 0, D0, D1, D2 and D3. This is the two input lines, say it is S0 and S1, just consider that it's the S, sorry, this is the control line, two control lines. Okay, so these two control lines is, again, put that input line to any one of this output line. Okay, so next the function excitation table is this one. So instead of D0, here I'm taking Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, and the input is D. So this is, let's make it Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. Okay, so again this control line have two terminals, so we can have 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, so for f of x, so we are not bothering about this, we have to make a function by just using this two value, input value, s0 value and s1 value. So d is constant here, d cannot be changed, d is same for all combinations, control line combinations, that is the s0 naught, s1 naught. Okay, then d is S0 naught. So again I will repeat that these all input lines are individual input lines. It should not be combined. Okay, just remember it. Okay, S0, S1 naught, and this is D, S0 and S1. Okay, so here I got these functions. Okay, so according to those functions I can design the logic circuit or logic gate. So this is my S0 and S1, the select line, this is the data D, and this individual function use the not use the AND operation or AND gate, and after that I will get the output y0, y1, y2, y3. Okay, so a single data can be available any one of this output terminal. Okay, this is the 1:4 DMOX. So similarly we can create 1:8 DMOX, 1:16 DMOX, 1:32 DMOX. So see, for case of 1:8 DMOX, we have three number of control lines. So if we have three number of control lines, how many sequence we have? We can have 8 number sequence, that is 2 to the 3 equals to 8. So that 8 number of sequence, the excitation table will contains 8 number of control lines sequence. Okay, so if there is a question that what is a DMOX, and just draw the circuit diagram or design 1:4 DMOX, then you have to write what is DMOX, whatever we discussed in the previous slide. Then after that you have to draw the block diagram. Okay, this is the block diagram, and you have to mention the every points here. What is the input, what variable you are taken as an input, what variable you are taken as a output side, what is the control lines. Then after that you have to make a excitation table. Okay, and from that excitation table only you can design the circuit diagram. If there is no excitation table, we cannot do the circuit diagram. Okay, and this circuit diagram is nothing but it is the 1:4 DMOX. Okay, okay, let's see the practical example of MOX and DMOX. Basically this MOX and DMOX is usually used for the communication channels. Okay, maybe wired communication, on any radio communication, basically the data communication channels also they're using the MOX and DMOX. Okay, here this MOX receives n number of signal, that is 2 to the n number of signal, and after that this MOX is convert that signal into a single line, and over this line the data is passing from one source to another source, that is called source to destination. And in DMOX side it receives that signal over this single line, and it transferred to different connected devices. Okay, that is 2 to the n number of connected devices can be receive that signal from this DMOX. Okay, so and one important use of MOX is that in our processor, computer processor, there MOX plays a very important role. Okay, MOX are using. So in previous classes also when we discuss about the registers, some kind of registers, they're using the MOX. When it is converted to parallel to serial converter, they're using MOX. That means the parallel data can be converted into a single line, so that the device can receive over a single line. Okay, multiple data can be received at the single line. So this is one practical example. Okay, so in the next class we'll discuss about the encoder and decoder, what is the meaning of encoder and decoder, and after that your first unit may complete. And before that I actually am planning for an online exam. Okay, and I'm also planning for the live class, whatever doubt you have. Okay, so thank you so much.